Good to have you back. I have good news. I basically get sponsored by Wunderlich, and they provided me with a set of levers for the S1000XR, the clutch and brake lever. These Vario clutch lever and brake levers are made in Germany, and they are made of aluminum 7075 T6. You can adjust them in reach length and as well the lengthwise. So you can use it with 2 or 3 fingers without pinching the pinky finger. Let's go ahead and open the boxes. I received them today. They came in this box from USA, and they came from somewhere in North Carolina. So I believe this is the Vario brake lever, and the part number is 35700-102. I'll try to go ahead and write down the numbers in my video description. And clutch Vario lever is 25761-802. This is the brake lever. This is the adjust dial for the reach, and this is the set screw for the length, right? Inside the box they included an instruction, a colored instruction. Apparently this brake lever fits different models from BMW motorcycle, like I see here 90 Scrambler, S1000XR. Yeah, so, and they have included also the general instruction about the torqueness and how to clean it and maintain it. So I am going to go ahead and remove the original brake lever and install the Vario brake lever. So it looks like the hand guard has to be removed a little bit so I can have gain access to the screw of the brake lever. And most of the BMW motorcycle, they have that common size, the T25. So I am going to ahead take this T25 screw. Best part to put it is right here. So yep, and now I have access to the at the bottom, just like the rest of the motorcycle, there is like 10mm bolt. So I'm gonna loosen up this bolt. The bolt is loose. And then on the top I have flat head screw. And there it is. Let's compare the original brake lever with the Vario brake lever. Oh wow. So, and then the length, let me open it and show you the lengthwise as well while it is here. This set screw here is T10. I was able to, yeah, maybe. So if you ever want to go back to the original length, that's pretty close to it. Yeah. I don't think I want to have it longer, because I want to use 2 or 3 fingers. I'm going to add a little bit of waterproof grease right here, and here. Not to lubricate it, just to prevent any rust. Okay, right, good. And it looks like the screw had a little bit of Loctite on it from BMW, so I'm going to add a little bit on one thread, add a little bit of Loctite here, just tiny bit. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and install this. You don't have to go crazy. The Loctite I added only on one thread or two thread, okay? Not the entire screw. Getting the nut back in. Before I torque the nut at the bottom, I have to hold the screw from the top. That's good. And the last part is to add the screw of the handguard right over here. Oops. There we go. Bring it a little bit this way. Alright, so that's for the brake lever. Come on over here, let me show you the brake lever, how we do the adjustment. And the way to adjust the reach distance on both levers, you will basically push the lever a little bit out and the dial can rotate easily with any, based to the level that you want. So this is set up to 1. Right now, if I wanted to 2, I'll rotate it like so. There is the arrow right here where it matches. So if you don't push it, it's gonna be hard to change the position or the reach distance. So push it further out like so, and then you are good to go. Okay, so let's move to the clutch lever. Okay, so this is the clutch lever. Again, it is made in Germany. It has the adjustable dial for the reach, and it has the set screw for the length adjustment. Also, it has the tab for the cruise control, I believe, and then when we have the cruise control set, and when we have the clutch pulled in, I believe. So we don't have to remove this tab from our original equipped lever, which is pretty good for them to provide that. So they also provided the nut. I'm not sure why, but we will use it. The instruction, very thorough instruction. 1.1, 1.2. There is a cover right underneath the cruise control switch that needs to be removed. This is new on the 2nd generation. How to loosen up the clutch cable, and I'm gonna try without loosening up the clutch cable, see if I can do it, and then the steps and what torques, how much torque you have to apply to the nut for the clutch. It is 6 nanometer for the nut on the clutch lever. We need to remove this screw right here to gain access to the screw and the nut. Again, I'm gonna use this pocket, pull it like so, and move this to the side, and then here there is a Torx screw, and it is basically T40. Yes, let me. T40 or T30? 1 second. That is T30. Alright, before we remove that, we need to loosen up the nut at the bottom, which is 8 millimeter. One thing, let's remove this plastic cover out of the way. It's very simple, I believe. Just pull on it, wiggle it, and pull it out. There we go. As per Wunderlich, they want us to cut this piece, trim this piece from here and outward. But I'm gonna try the clutch lever first, and then see how much I'm gonna like it, and if I really have to do it, and then if I have to do it, then I'll cut it and place it back in to protect the switch. So I'm gonna put this on the side, and there is the 8mm nut right here. I'm gonna loosen up. Okay, I have to hold the screw from the top. And it is loose. Okay, before I remove everything, it's a good idea to loosen up the clutch cable now. So I'm gonna loosen up this and start bringing it all the way in. Hopefully that's enough. Now I am going to continue removing the nut. I need to hold it. And the nut is off. So what I'm going to do in order to let the work safely and not damage any the switch stabs at the bottom, I'm going to remove the hand guard. This bolt right here, or that screw, is T45. I'm gonna just remove it. Okay, move it completely out of the way, and then I'm going to loosen up the clutch from the lever side and the engine side at the bottom. So if you come over here, I already removed this cover. It takes only 3 screws, and so I can be able to access the clutch cable. I only loosened up this nut so far, right? And that gave me a little bit of more play. So I'm gonna, here we go. I want to see if that's enough. Okay. Here we go. So let me go see how's it on the top now. Okay, I have to finish loosening up this clutch cable all the way and make sure these slots are aligned. There we go. Look at these guys, these have to be aligned right here, okay? Let me try to remove the cable now, the clutch cable. Not enough room yet. So I was having a hard time having enough slack in the clutch cable, so I'm gonna show you what I did over here. Before loosening up these two nuts, I took pictures of both nuts and how much is thread I have on this side and that side. So here I had like about 6 or 7, and here I had like about 10. So, and I loosen up the cable from here as well, right? So I will have plenty of room to remove the clutch lever. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the clutch lever completely, put the Vario on, and re-put it back together. And the clutch lever is out. Here we go. So now here we turn it like so, and then we pull the clutch cable out, right? It's not gonna go anywhere. And it looks like there were some grease on it, so I'm gonna put a little bit of waterproof grease right here. Again, this is just to prevent any rust, especially here where the clutch cable hangs in, right here. So now, what I need to do, I need to get that nut that Wunderlich provided as well. Maybe because it is lock. Yes, it is locking nut. That's why they provided a locking nut. Oh, I had a locking nut as well from BMW. Was it? Yes. So this is the nut, black one. I see. Okay. So I'm going in with the. That's how it's gonna go. Gonna go in like so. Put it here. Oh, here. Wait. So that's the top, right? And we're gonna okay. We're gonna rotate it, get it in, and align it with the. It's aligning properly with the switches. So let me get the screw. Let me see. Yeah, there is no Loctite on this screw right here. I'm gonna keep my eye on these switches. Here we go. And now I'm gonna go back in with the 8mm nut. And it looks like it is nothing so it is 10 So I got the clutch lever in, and Wunderlich provided a 10mm nut instead of the 8mm. I'm not sure why. I read their instruction, I couldn't figure out why. But so what I'm going to do for now, use the original hardware of the BMW and see if there is any difference. Okay, anything, you know, after tightening up the clutch, I'm gonna see if there is any difference. So I'm using the 8mm. I'm gonna screw it in and hold the screw from the top with this T Torx 30. I think at the ratchet would be better. Remember, the clutch lever nut, you don't have to over torque it, because if you over torque it here, and then as per their instruction is 6 Newton meter, so this is like what, less than 10 foot-pound. Okay, so I'm gonna just use my hand, and even my hand is too much, I believe. There we go. The way you can tell if you over pressed it or if it over torqued it, by seeing if there is a little bit of drag here. I don't like that. I want it to be, because I'm gonna loosen it a little bit, and nothing to worry about. This is locking nut anyway. See, this is better. See the difference? Okay. Now I got the cable right. The switches are fine. I'm gonna attempt to put this back, the cover. And again, Wunderlich suggested to cut this piece. Let me show you. They suggested to trim this piece, the one it looks like square. But let me see if I can put it in. Well, I was able to fit it in. Let me see, and I removed it fine. Okay, so I'm gonna refit it in one more time. it is in. All right, so let's go ahead and adjust the clutch cable. Yeah, so I'm gonna re-thread back the end of the clutch cable in here. Here we go. And then I know here I had like 6 or 7 threads shown, right? And the rest is to this side. So I'm going to pause this video so I can compare the amount of thread showing here with the pictures that I took, and I will get back to you. So I finished putting the clutch cable back the way it was. I took pictures of the thread here and here and put it back the way it was. Now I'm going back to the clutch lever and I'm gonna go ahead and remove all the gap in the clutch cable. So let's go up to the clutch lever. And remember, as per BMW, we need to have between 3 to 5 millimeter of play. So guys, just a quick reminder for you. Again, I'm installing this clutch lever live with you. I haven't done it before. And as per Wunderlich, they suggested in one of the installation paper to clip this piece of plastic right here. I wasn't sure why do I need to clip it, so I did put the clutch lever back and I put it back in, and I thought I am good with the clutch adjustment, but I noticed that I have an excessive play between the for the clutch lever to reach the cruise control and the neutral switch. Then when I remove this, the reason why we need to clip this for the clutch lever to return, Vario clutch lever to return all the way back in. So this piece of plastic right here, the one that looks like square, it's written, documented in their instruction right here, and it is highlighted to cut it. So I am going to cut it later, but for now, this is how the Vario clutch lever feels like. And what I like about it so far from the beginning, without even going and test driving, as you can see, I can hold it with my 4 fingers and let go slowly, and my pinky finger is up there like easy. Where with the original, it's like kind of in my way, and that's something I do really appreciate. So I am going to adjust mine to here, like so, and put some Loctite on the set screw and go ahead for test drive. So again, it's better to do this adjustment while you are at standstill, not while you are moving, because you need to push it and rotate, as you can see. And the way I adjusted the clutch lever, I turned it all the way to the shortest reach distance, so I can eliminate all the excessive play, and I made sure there is only like about between 3 to 5 millimeter of play. So this is the play I have here. It looks like I over torque the nut a little bit, so what I'm going to do is loosen up the nut really little. But again, just push this out, turn the dial, and you will be able to fine tune the clutch lever reach distance. Again, thank you Wunderlich for this amazing modification or upgrade to get our motorcycle a little bit better. And I'll give you the feedback after test riding the motorcycle.